What's up, Comics Beat fans? My name is Alex Liu.
I'm Kyle Pinion.
And we're here with The Beat, covering the Batman Experience, sponsored by AT&T and DC Comics. This is the 80th anniversary of Batman, Our Dark Knight, the biggest hero in comics, and DC has all sorts of fun experiences planned for you and for everyone attending San Diego this year.
You know, they're about to let us into Arkham Asylum. I hope they let us out.
What's up, Batman?
What's going on, guys? Nice to meet you.
You too.
So this is the actual movie prop then, right?
Yeah.
Did it actually make noise in the movie?
Yes, I think so.
So we're here in the Batcave hanging out with a whole host of Batman costumes throughout the ages. What's your favorite one of these, Kyle?
I'm gonna say the original 1989 Michael Keaton one, mainly because if you take a look at it, it's got fewer pieces to it. It's a little smoother, and apparently I seem to like a smoother Batman experience. If you get a look at Chris O'Donnell's Robin outfit, it kind of preceded the New 52 Nightwing outfit a little bit in terms of color scheme. It's got like the Nightwing sort of emblazed logo across. It's almost like history sort of past was prologue there.
It's a much edgier Robin than anything we got out of the comics,
Yeah.
right? Oh my God, but look at that bulge on the Kilmer Batman.
Yeah.
That's like a John Hamm kind of bulge. Like, what do you think about this costume?
You know what? A fine reminder of one of the campiest performances in a superhero movie ever. A deliciously one.
The veil is really neat, though. Like, I think that's a really interesting design choice that, like, I kind of wish had been incorporated more in the comics.
You know, Batman and Robin, a number of interesting costume choices made, nipples aside. One of the maybe underrated elements of the Gotham television show was actually sort of some of the work that was done towards the Batman mythos.
Right.
There were a lot of liberties taken, obviously, but certainly you can't tell it from the fine costume work being done here.
Legitimately, my favorite part of the Arkham Asylum games was the Scarecrow section.
Of course, yeah.
You know,
man.
like, the sections themselves played out rather linearly, but like getting a chance to see his design in that game was absolutely inspiring. The syringes for his hands.
Oh yeah, like
the
Freddy
gas
Krueger.
mask,
Yeah,
like the sort of like veil he had over, you know, and this very much, as you said, does take from that game. So what are we seeing here?
So this is a demo from Intel and Warner Brothers that's showing the entertainment of the future in a car if it was self-driving. Phone unlocks the car, so the moment here, you know, it's unlocked and you can now get in.
Very cool.
Hello, sir. Intel and Warner Brothers welcome you to your ride. Please fasten your seatbelt and press Start Trip to begin your journey when you're ready.
What
Wow.
is this?
Jeez,
This is fucking wild.
it's a big screen.
You know, I will say that living in New York, this is kind of what I've always wanted driving to be.
Yeah.
Like, you just hop in the car and you don't do anything, and then you end up there.
As you can see here are the very penguins that broke Kyle's heart when he was a very young boy at the end of Batman Returns. Another infamous moment in Batman history. Did you call the 1-800 number to kill Jason Todd? I bet you did. And this is an issue from Batman Year 2, drawn by Mr. Todd McFarlane, a person that you might see here very shortly in the future.
Coolest thing about Batman is he's got no superpowers, right? So you can push this guy out of a window, he's got no batarang, he splats, and in spite of all that, he still comes home every day, and at 3 o'clock at night, he goes, get me the costume, I'm gonna go scare them, right? I actually relate to that guy, I like him, Bruce Wayne's cool.
But not only are you working on Spawn, you're also working on Batman over here.
Yes.
Tell us about this. Like, how did this come about?
You know what, for years, I'd had sort of casual conversations with Jim Fletcher, head of DC Collectible, and Jim Lee, the two Jims. And, you know, we'd sort of talk. And then recently we signed a contract to do some toys from McFarlane Toys. You know, in 2020 we're going to start some of the DC Universe toys. So Jim thought, and some of the people at Warner Brothers, would be a sort of a good kickoff party for the relationship of the two of us to just go, hey, let's do some fun stuff, right? And so we went, Todd, we got Batman 100. We never done one of yours. What if we did one of yours? I'm like, yeah, cool. And then the crazy one was then he goes, and we're gonna then, besides sculpt the statue, we're gonna do a real life version of it. And I went, and in my head, I knew what that cover looked like, and I knew it was gonna be big. There's gonna be a lot of volume to it because of the cape. I went, how big's that thing gonna be? Well, now we see it. It's kind of big.
Oh, sure.
And here's the crazy thing. They're gonna auction this thing off.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody is going home with this thing. Wow. Now, what kind of foyer house? Like, you can't have kids because there's too many sharp edges.
Right.
Right?
Right.
You can't have big pets because they'll poke themselves into it too. So, like, whoever wins it, I'm gonna go ask them. Who are you? Like, and where's this going? And did you clear this? Did you clear this with a husband or wife? Because this is not a small piece that you can just hide in the corner. So I don't know.
Thank you very much for your time, Todd.
Sure, I appreciate you guys have a good San Diego.
Absolutely. And I hope that some of your business acumen rubs off on me just by standing here. All right, Tim, tell us about what we're seeing here.
Well, you haven't seen anything like this before. This is a really interactive experience. I'm going to have both of you gentlemen fight some of the major villains that you see on that punching bag. Give it up. There we go.
So we're about to step inside Batman's home. It's the Batcave itself. We're going to check out what Batman does when he's not out in the streets fighting crime. And from what I can tell, he plays a lot of video games.
Yeah.
Dang.
I love the rocks.
I know, man. Well, it's quite a bit of art here in the back, too.
Yeah.
Oh, games! What? That's the old Nintendo game?
We were looking at different things.
I'm looking at the Nintendo game!
So wait, what was this tying into?
This was the movie. Yeah. It was the Nintendo spin-off of the first Burton movie.
Ah.
Yeah. And so Batman just punches his way out of everything.
This seems like a little bit violent for Batman, right?
Yeah, especially when you're like wrecking into cars and stuff.
Like it's like GTA.
Yeah. Batman would be a little more of a careful driver than we would be, I imagine.
This is some Zack Snyder logic.
Yeah. I mean, it's no Batman on Nintendo or anything, but...
We're looking at the Joker card, one of the trifecta of Batcave elements as we've recently just decided.
Yeah. Big penny, dinosaur, Joker card, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.